Good morning, everyone. Hello, I am Maria Elizabeth Fernandez. I am a student at Dardo Rochas Institute, and today in Phonetics and Phonology 3, we're going to talk about different contents. One of them is intonation. So allow me to share some material to you. First of all, we have to talk, let me put it clear. First of all, we have to talk about intonation. What is intonation? Intonation is primarily a matter of variation in the pitch level of the voice. It also describes how the voice rises and down in speech. Now, with speech, pitch can be described in terms of high and low. Also, we have the tone, as you may see here in this chart. The tone is the behavior, the word we use for the behavior of the speech, of the pitch, sorry. Where we have a choice to say yes or no, but the pitch will be remaining a constant level or with the pitch changing from one level to the other. Now, how the tone can be described, can be classified. It can be classified into falling, rising, and level. Of course, for each one of them needs a symbol to be represent them. Also, an according shape to each of them. Now, what about the stress? Well, according to stress, we may say that in phonetics, stress is the intensity given to a syllable of speech by special effort in utterance resulting in relative loudness. Fernando Trujillo agrees that stress can be studied from 2 points of view. One of them is the production and the other is the perception. What about the production? According to the production, it talks that the production of stressed syllables implies a higher degree of greater muscular energy more than the produce of the unstressed syllables. But the perceptive point of view says that stressed syllables are prominent. What is prominent? Prominent is the sum of different factors such as loudness, length, pitch, and quality. According to the function, stress has two of them, the emphasis and the syntactic category of words. What about the emphasis? According to the emphasis, we may say that, according to the emphasis, we may say that it emphasizes to a word or to contrast a word with another. And according to the syntactic category of words, we may say that a noun, I may say that the accent determines the syntactic category of words. Let me show you with example to be even more clear. The placement of the stress indicates the syntactic category of the word. For example, if the word is, if the stress is positioned in the first syllable, we talk about a noun. We can classify the word as a noun. But if the stress is positioned after the first syllable, to be even more clear, more precise, in the last syllable, it can be categorized syntactically as a verb. Here in this chart, in this power, you may see 3 examples of them in order to have a better idea. Okay? Now, what about the accent? According to the accent is a feature of an utterance And an accent is also the placement of international pitch prominence of a word. It has two senses. By one hand, we talk about the prominence. The accent may refer to a prominence given to a syllable by the use of pitch, to refer to the effort made by the speaker in producing the stressed syllable, and also can be a particular way of pronouncing. When we say a particular way of pronouncing, we refer to the amount of persons who talks English who share the same vocabulary, the same language, but also between them they can have different varieties, such as, for example, they can use the Cockney pronunciation, they can have the BBC pronunciation, or even Scots. All right? So, what about the rhythm? Well, according to the rhythm, we may say that is the sense of movement in speech marked by the stress, timing, quantity of syllables, and is very, very important for us in terms of communication. Now, let's move on to tone unit. According to tone unit, we may say that the parts of the tone unit, the components of tone units, are the head, which refers to the section of a tone group that extends from the first stressed syllable up to the tonic syllable or nucleus, which is the last lexical item, and any unstressed syllable before the head is known as the prehead, while the syllable after the tonic are the tail. There you may see a sentence which has every single component. Okay? Now, allow me to show you a little video according to a tone. In this case, I personally choose two of them. One is the switchback or full rise, and the other the long jump. Allow me to share. Sorry. Now, according to the video, we may say that the principal use the first sentence, no, and the character, one of them, Helen, which is the mother of Dash, of the son, use in this case a full rise. Why? She takes place the full rise tone in especially this word, this and about, because as the theory says, she is interested, she's concerned about what happened, although she knows that the little rat, Dash, has something done. She tries to be surprised by the situation. In this case, we may see some cases of long jump tone where Bernie, Mr. Bernie, accused Dash of mocking him. So he's protesting, she's very angry, and she's very annoying. Now, Mr. Bernie used the long jump tone when he accuses Dash, the little boy you saw in the film. He also very strongly alleged that this little rat, Dash, the situation mentioned by him so places the tone on you to blame him, and he explains an appeals principle in order to get a punish to this boy. Now, in this case, for example, Helen takes place the switchback tone on the word do. She appears to be confused and concerned, so she asks Mr. Bernie if he really saw what happened in order to make sure about the fact. He also tries to protect Dash identities, so she has to show that attitude. She appears to look for evidence, being surprised, astonished. She believes that it may be a misunderstanding and tries to dismiss what Mr. Bernie says. She also appears to be surprised, but she knows that he did that Dash has done something. The switchback for rise tone is also used to show a reluctant, defensively dissenting, concerned, surprised attitude. Helen knows the truth, but she has to show a surprised and concerned attitude to avoid Dash being discovered. She's quite reproachable and astonished. In this case, the speaker, Mr. Bernie, places the long jump tone to the word see. Why? This is like a question and repeat again. She blames Dash and shows the evidence. She's very furious. He's extremely furious about what happened. Then he continues using the long jump tone. As we notice, he tries to show Ellen and the principal that constantly that he does to the class. He sees red, he shows he's very angry, and as the theory says, the long jump is used to show protesting, suffering, definite, and complete attitude. This is a sense of injustice which this character is involved. So that's all. I hope you really enjoyed this. And please, terribly sorry about the time, but I can't make it any shorter. So wish you a good day and many kisses to you. Bye.